Hey, it's time for another episode of the Graybeard Gaming Podcast. I'm Scott. This is David. This is Liam. And this week we'll be talking about Subnautica 2 again. And we ponder the ins and outs of AI and gaming. And who knows what else. Before we talk about what we've been playing this week, I have a question for you two. All right. So if our consciousness is not in our body and instead in a shared quantum field, is building a quantum computer using quantum mechanics to do extremely complex problem solving essentially tapping into and breaking the very fabric of what we know is reality?
Huh?
Okay, that was a decoy question. The real question is, what game did you finish that had such an impact that you didn't want to play anything else for a bit? Or you had an impact that it kind of clung to you for days? I think we've all had that game, or multiple games.
Yeah. I think some of the games that come to mind are the Mass Effect trilogy.
All of them?
Just the whole experience they have.
So did you feel like that with like each game? Like when you finished one, did you like go, whoa, and just kind of sit back and...
Like one, one's a good story. It's not the strongest, but it's got a really good story to it. But then once you get to like 2 and 3, you're like, whoa.
Yeah, 2.
And you see like everything that the games do. It's like, wow.
Yeah. That's a good
and just
one.
seeing like intro of 3 afterwards is just like, holy crap, what's going on?
Yeah.
Also, like the games that I really enjoyed was the Telltale games, Walking Dead series.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those.
Okay.
Cool.
The Last of Us, first time I played it. Yeah, that hit me.
Yep.
And, you played it all the way to the end.
Yeah. And even games like the first Life is Strange as well. That hit me hard.
Yeah, I didn't play that one, but
yeah, the series has gone off a bit now, and I don't know if they're going to do more. It's gone in a weird direction, but the first games, wow.
Did you have the same reaction to any of the other games, or was it just the first one?
It was the first one plus the bonus,
the DLC
game.
Stuff.
It's like an extra, not a DLC, but like an extra game, like a 1.5. So
oh yeah.
Like a short. There was a shorter one as well called Before the Storm.
Yeah, yeah.
Those two were absolutely amazing.
Yeah, my wife played those. Cool. That's a lot. That's a good list of just springing that on you.
I didn't expect a lot of what he said too.
Yeah. I was just like, I think I got one. David, what about you?
The three games that like just shot in my brain were Lunar: The Silver Star Story, which is a Sega CD game. So
you've talked about that before. Yeah,
I played that when I was a kid, so it had definitely had an impact on me, and it was probably one of the first games that I really committed myself to finishing, and I loved it. I enjoyed it. I loved the ending part of it. The second one I would say is Halo. I played it to the end, and when I got to the end, and they had this whole thing where you have to get out of the ship and it's blowing up, was just like the funnest experience I had in a really, really long time. And I constantly wanted to play that end. I like over and over. I wanted to play that end because it was just so exhilarating. And then the third one I would probably say is Shadow of Mordor. I really got immersed in the story. The gameplay combat was just so fluid and really, really well put together, and the Nemesis system and being very drawn into like just random characters that you meet. And then it got to the point where by the time I got to the end, I was really good at playing this game. You know what I mean? It wasn't, and so I was like, I'm not going to stop. And I'm not going to stop until I beat this game. So, and I did, and I actually that's one game I actually played, and I beat it several times. Like I kept playing it and kept beating it.
Wow.
So like at least 3 times.
That's when you know it's good, when you can have fun replaying it as well, not just replaying it for the sake of it, but like you keep going because you like it so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But what about you,
absolutely.
Scott?
Well, yeah, Halo was definitely one. I mean, I've probably mentioned that
Yeah.
before, but that was the I that was my first person shooter on a console. So and obviously a very good one. And it was that I finished it, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was just like, I can't go to bed, I can't sleep. I'm like, that was just an amazing experience. And then the next day, I go down to the game store and I'm like, hey, that Halo game. They're like, yeah, like I want another one of those. What do you got this like that? And they're like, nothing, dude. They nothing like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, not
there's nothing
yet.
like that.
This was like
Yeah.
2002. Nothing had really got to that quality. They set the bar, like they raised it, set it, and then nobody reached it until closer to Halo
Yeah.
2. So yeah, that was a good one. And yeah, I would have to say Last of Us, the first one, completing that game was yeah, I mean, it was a little cathartic. It's like, wow, games can be just as emotional and cinematic as a TV show. And that's the last one I wanted to play that's like a TV show. Like it's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like,
yeah.
I'm good. Just make them video games now and stop making it The Last of Us. But yeah, that was another one that was like, man, I just like the next couple of days, you just like kind of settle into it and think about it. And The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 it took me a long time to finish that game. Because I was very selective about my decisions, and I think I did make some wrong decisions a couple of times, and I went back. And when you go back, you have to go like back further.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when you make a decision, you don't know the outcome. It just doesn't show you the outcome. It's much later where you're like, oh my God, I did that. That was my fault. So. Even to the extent of I got halfway through it on PlayStation 4, and then when I got an Xbox One, I got the physical copy of it with all the stuff in it and really cool stuff. And I was like, well, I'm going to start over. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to beat it. And 3 years later, I did. But I got a great ending. I got a really good ending. And man, it was just like saying goodbye to friends. All these people that you interact with, and this place that just know where everything is, and you'll pass by something and go, oh, there's that house that lady was somebody ran off with her skillet, and I went and got it for her, and so but yeah, it's the reason I ask that though is that these games, some games stick with this, some games just make an impact and make an impression on us, and they become our favorite games of all time, and because of those stories and those characters, and either that or just the raw gameplay. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, and that's going to tie into a little bit later after we talk about what we've been playing. So, what have we been playing, David? Let's start with you this time. Dune?
Yeah,
is it Dune? Probably Dune.
I've been playing Dune. But I want to kind of throw some ideas out at you about sort of like what has been my latter experience of Dune at this point, which is I've been a solo player for about 180 hours on Dune, and I'm starting to get lonely.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm looking for people to play with. And so I joined the regular Dune Discord, right? And I'm reading over people that want to play, and I'm starting to get this feeling or notion of games that I've experienced in the past, like Ark or Atlas, where it's very heavy PvP driven, and it's all about like claiming territory, and like that's the most important thing, is dominating, right?
Must conquer.
So conquering.
Yeah.
And so what ends up happening is, and this is just my experience, but what ends up happening is these really shady, for lack of a better word, shitty people come out of the woodwork of how they like to play a game. And very scheming, very conniving, very sort of, I'm looking for friends to play with. And then these people act like they're your friend because technically, really, truthfully, honestly, deep down inside, they don't want to be your friend.
Mhm.
They just want another body of their guild so that they can increase their size and then have more people that work for them and dominate the area, you know?
Yeah,
So
they just need a warm body.
they just need a warm body. So I actually posted on the Dune Discord, like a very long little thing, maybe a paragraph or two of who exactly I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And of course, I'm getting hit up by these guilds that are interested in, recruiting me, blah, blah, blah. And then, I guess I won't say the next part, but have you guys ever experienced this or
Yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
What with guilds or just like people doing that?
both. I mean, you have these massive guilds that like command a lot of control in a game, and they're just shady tactics to keep that,
Yeah.
Um,
I've never played many games that like have guilds or clan systems, but normally when I see like parties or just progression, it just annoys me that most of the time you can't sort of join players because
yeah,
like there's that half like dedicated team that's like you must have a kill death ratio of 16 to nothing. You must have no showers and know every single corner of the map and
yeah.
but like that's a sort of like thing that I get into. Like if you just want to play for fun, there's
Yeah.
like half the community that just doesn't do that. It's their life. It's like I just
Right.
want to play casually here.
Right. And I mean that's kind of what my post was. It was I don't feel this urging need to get to this end game area that everybody's like clamoring for and talking about. I want to play the game. I want to experience every little bit of the game that it has to offer before I get to that spot.
Yeah.
But long story short, somebody did reach out to me, and I linked up with them, and he's just the coolest guy. We have been having such a great time. We played for a bunch of hours the other day, and he wants the exact same stuff that I want. He wants to progress through the game very slowly. He wants to experience the game. He has no desire to get to this end game level and fight for all this territory, And then he told me a story about how he met up with a guy before he met up with me in the game. And he said he was in this Discord chat. He's in this Discord chat with this guy. And this guy is pretending to start from scratch so that they can progress together. But he's really running through the game. The guy is like speeding through the game. And this friend of mine that I just met is like, I can't keep up with him. And it's not a pleasant experience for me. And then on the Discord channel, somebody pops in, and I don't know, whatever the guy's name was, Joe or John, he was like, "Oh, you got another one?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got another one." He's like, "Yeah, I got another one." He's like, "All right, let me know if you guys need anything." And then jumps off.
We got another victim,
man.
It's like the shadiest fucking shit,
Yeah,
man.
that is messed up.
It's like, what are these people? Car salesmen? What are they like? It just feels like a scam. And you know what? And he told me this story, and I'm like, I feel like I've experienced this kind of like level of chicanery, I guess.
Oh man. That's creepy.
They just, like you said, they just want a warm body. They just want another person in their guild that's going to fight for them. And it's all about numbers. It's all about, we got 20 guild members and we're all fighting for space and we're all fighting for territory. And I just really wish that the game developers, I know that in their fantasy mind, they believe that people are, it's like they think that there's this wall of warriors coming together, like a war, and they're all fighting. And it's not that. It's shady people doing really shady stuff and being very like degrading and weird and mean to people. And I really truly believe that like it just really brings out the worst in people. It really does.
It can, yeah, definitely.
Well, it
I
may
mean,
bring out the worst in people, or it may attract the worst people.
Yes.
Which I think is more probably
more the latter. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but long story short, me and this guy have been playing, and yeah, we're having a good time. He's a very cool dude.
You're gonna be getting some rocks. He's gonna be like, so what's your inseam?
My what?
Your inseam.
My inseam.
What blood type are you?
By the way,
that's a really.
What's your address?
Like, what?
No.
What's your lover's maiden name?
Do you know if you'd fit in a trunk of a Camry? I'm just asking, just a general question.
Yeah. But yeah, that's just kind of what I've been experiencing with Dune, and I'm still having a good time with the game though. You know, it's fun.
That's good. I've had similar experiences with a lot of things. I think I told you when I played WoW.
Yeah.
Wow. I joined one guild and they didn't do anything. Like they didn't play the game. I think it was one of those, it's a guild, it's like they've been playing forever. And I'm like, hey, I'm new. Can I go? Anybody help me go do this thing? It's like, and nobody would respond. And they all just like talked about other stuff. Like they didn't even talk about WoW. And I'm like, is this a guild? Like, is this Discord and the actual guild, or is it just... So I left that, and I joined another one, and they just posted pictures of their cats. And so, yeah, it's hard. I think it's, it's kind of like anything else. Like, you have to find, like, 10 people to find that one person that you're compatible with. You have to, like, get a group of people and go, okay, you're good. And that's really difficult.
It's funny you said that, because that is the part that blew me away the most. Is I'm literally driving to work the next day in the morning, and I'm thinking in my head, how the hell did I find like almost like the perfect person to play with? It has a lot in common with me, in common with me in the way that they like to play the game.
Right.
Right. Like how the hell did I find somebody like that? Like I'm almost on my first try. I think it was because I wrote such a long message.
Yeah,
and I was
very specific on it.
I was being very specific, and I wasn't being mean or a jerk. I was saying like people that want to get to the end game. I respect that. That's the way you want to play, but that's not the way I want to play. And after I wrote it and I sent it, I thought in my head, I was like, if anybody is worth reading this entire freaking thing, they're probably worth playing with.
Yeah,
it
was probably, that guy was probably reading it and thinking, wow, this is, thank you. Like, this is exactly how I feel about this. Because it's not, I mean, you've got to find like people playing a game. And if anybody that's played Destiny 2, in the last 10 years, that there are people that you are not compatible with when you're playing that game. And they either want to kill you or you want to kill them. But it's hard to find a group of people that are, like-minded in that. So, and I'm glad you found somebody. I wish that I liked that game more. You're not an anomaly, but the parts that most people don't like about those games, you actually love it.
Yes.
And that the developers should just like bring you on. They should just bring you in.
Can I just bring up another topic? I know I don't want to take over the podcast, but
no. That's why
something
we're
here.
Something very interesting. Something very interesting happened over the weekend. Okay, and I didn't realize I had a lot to talk about until I started talking. But so we've gamed with my wife's brother, my brother-in-law, and his girlfriend, and we played. We played a couple of games, Minecraft and all that stuff. And they said we kept telling them, we hung out with them this weekend, and we kept telling them, when are you going to play with us again? When are you going to play a game with us again? When are we jumping back on Minecraft? When are we jumping back on this? and they go, listen, we want to implement some rules if we play together. And I'm like, okay, why? And what they told me, I guess I just realized that me being nice is not being nice. And in the sense that, like, they're playing the game with me and they go, oh, we need a sword for the game. We need a sword. I'm like, I put 3 swords in the chest over there. Just grab them if you need them. I organize the chest for you. So whatever you need, get that, this, that. And then what they told me this past weekend was, we don't know how to play the game. We don't know how to make a sword. We don't know anything. And it's almost like your niceness is like ruining the experience for us.
Yeah.
And I was just...
Yeah, you can do that. That's like... I mean,
You're
we've had that experience.
You're
like,
helicoptering.
You're getting to the end game before knowing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Right.
You're trying to help them, like, giving gear, but
Right.
they want to learn it at the same time.
Yeah, they want to earn it. So
and the other... Yeah.
No, go
I was
ahead.
going to say the other rule that they wanted was
there's 2.
don't play the game unless everybody is on it.
Oh,
that's a good rule, though. That's a good rule.
It is a good... I'm
Yeah.
telling you, man. I'm telling you, they were embarrassed to tell me these things.
Yeah.
But I was fascinated and I was enlightened and I was like, I welcomed their feedback. They said every time we jumped on Minecraft with you, you had some new thing built and we had no idea what it was and we had no idea what to do and we were just so completely lost. And every time they said stuff to me, I was like, you are right.
Yeah.
You are right and I'm sorry. And I was like, sure, we can implement these rules. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I guess
that
you
makes
guys
sense.
you guys
Yeah.
can relate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you know who my wife is, Valheim gal. So, yeah. So if we play anything, and she has the best intentions, but like I've been playing Enshrouded, and I don't like to build. I don't like their building concept.
It is a little...
It's weird,
Yeah.
and it doesn't. I can't make anything look good. Everything just looks like a brown box. Now she can, but so I dug out a whole base. Like I just dug, like everything's underground. So and then I don't even have like stairs or anything. It's just a hole in the ground, and it goes to a door, and you open the door, and there's everything in there. So I've been doing that, and she's like, "Are you playing Enshrouded?" I'm like, "Yeah." You want to see what I've been doing? And she's like, "Holy shit, when did you do that?" I'm like, "I'm just here and there, It's like a prison tunnel. It's like, oh my God, let's get out of here. So she's like, okay, can I join you? And I'm like, sure. So she comes in and I'm like, there's a rule. She's like, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
Don't move anything, don't build anything, and don't organize anything. Because historically, like when we play Valheim, and I've got my own seed and everything, and she comes in, she goes, okay, well, I'm just going to move this like one thing. And I go to like cook something, and I turn around, and it's like everything's new. Like everything's moved. And now, better, much better. Like looks better.
Yeah.
Everything's, I'm like, holy shit, you just organized.
Yeah.
But then we log off, and I'm like,
but
looking
not
around.
yours.
Exactly.
But not
I look
yours.
around, and I'm like, I didn't do any of this. It's like this isn't like it. I didn't do any of it. So yeah, and it kind of takes away the experience of doing that. I don't like to grind like you do. You like to like just dig for shit and get stuff, and I'll do it, but it's not the enjoyment of the game. But and she's like that too. She's like, I'll go get wood and come back with like mounds of wood and stuff. But so yeah, I get it. I totally get it, and that's good that they told you that. Came to you, and I think everybody should be. What?
No, I was just gonna say I you said your wife, so I wanted to implement another rule after they said that.
Oh yeah.
And my wife was there, and I was like, no wives building far from me, because every time we play a game like Minecraft or something like that, my wife will venture out. We will get hunker down, find a place to set up camp. She will venture out and find the perfect spot for herself and build this big house. And this place is like so far from me. It's so far from where we've built.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and then she's just going off and playing the game, and I'm like, we never play the game together. Why are you? And it's every single time she will build far from me. And she was like, oh, why are you singling me out? She was like, why are you singling me out? I was like, I'm telling you, you do it every single time.
She's like, David will never find this. He'll never be able to make an addition to my house or put swords in my chest.
I personally think, I told him, I was like, listen, if we play again, I think we should pick a spot and we can build a little village. You'll have your house, I'll have my house, but they'll be next to each other. Yeah. I don't want them to be far from each other. We're playing with each other.
Hey, I have an aunt and uncle that have they have their own houses and they're across the street from each other. They do. They honestly do.
I have heard of this.
Yes. And they'll go over, like, he'll go over there for dinner one night, and at the end of the evening, he's like, see ya. And then he goes home, and she'll come over there. And they, have their own furniture and their own thing. No, I don't.
They play video games with each other in different houses.
No, I don't condone in that. I think that's horrible for a marriage.
Yeah,
but for gaming, not a bad idea. It's like, hey, if you want to build, go over there.
Yeah. And I mean, it just goes to show when two people play a video game, there's a certain level of gel that needs to happen, and it's very rare. It's a very rare thing to have this, not just a friendship, but a gaming gel.
Well, the game that you're playing, like Dune Awakening, for instance, it's multifaceted. It's not just like, take down the Covenant on this mission on the ship. And then the next mission's on a beach. It's not like that. I mean, it's you got different aspects to it of building, maintaining stuff, repairing stuff, all that kind of jazz. It's almost like, a sci-fi version of Home and Garden or whatever. But yeah, you need to, I think it's more important to find compatible people doing that.
Yeah.
So that you don't get some maniac that comes in that goes, hey, he's not on. I'm gonna build this thing, and use all our resources, and then you come in and it's just a waste of stuff. So, man, that's good. I'm glad you found somebody.
I've seen like just fights break out in like Discord servers because it's just like a Minecraft section, and someone's like, "Who stole the supplies?" People are just like going back and forth, like
listen, maybe rules need to be implemented.
That's just not like a sort of genre I really gel with. I'm just not that type of person. I'd rather just have like objective games. So survival and building, that's not me. But some people take it so seriously as well. It'd be funny.
It'd be good if we could just implement those kind of rules, like when you first meet somebody. Okay, I have a couple of rules. Okay, it's like this is going forward. This is how this is going to play out. In real life or in gaming, doesn't matter. Cool. Well, man, that's great. I'm glad that is a good subject, and you're very adult of you to take that criticism, as a positive and not a negative.
Yeah. But you know what else too? It's the way they said their criticism too. They gave examples, and I was able to be like, huh, I do that. Yes, I do. You know what I mean? And
it's easy to do as well. Like when I'm like showing other people games. Like if I know the game, if I know every mechanic, I know, like say Sea of Thieves, for example, because I love that game. But bringing new people on, I'd still get excited about stuff. So they'll be like,
excitement, yeah.
Oh, look at this treasure map, and I've just dug it up. I've like dug the whole island. Oh, there's that. Oh, whoops, you wanted to do it. Sorry, I let you do it.
There's anybody that's done a raid, like any kind of raid, like WoW or Destiny 2 or anything. It's all the same way. It's like, who hasn't done the raid? Like, none of us. Okay, I'm going to explain the raid. And they explain the entire raid. And I'm like, I stop them like right off and I go, let me stop you right there. I said, what do I need to do? They'll go like 15 minutes and explain everything that's going to happen. And then I'll go, what am I going to do? Oh, stand over there and shoot these rocks when they come out. I'm like, that is all I needed to know. Like, just tell somebody, you go over here and when this happens. So in our clan, I would ask that question. We'd get to the new raid would come out and somebody would know how to do it. And I would go like, I'm going to stop you. And they'd be like, oh, here he goes. I'm like, what do I do? It's like, oh, do this. Okay, well, what does he do? Oh, go do this. And then in 30 seconds, we're doing it. Because if everybody knows what to do, then it gets done. If everybody knows what everybody's doing everything and nothing gets done. So
it's like Overcooked.
Yep, exactly.
You're in charge of pancakes.
Yeah,
you're in charge
of station.
Stay on your station. Cynthia, I told you, you're on rice. Where's the fucking meatballs?
So they should make everybody play that before a raid. You got to play that first.
Is yeah.
Jeez. All right. Well, Liam, let's get to you. What have you been playing this week, if anything? You said you got out earlier. Touch a little grass.
Grass.
Yeah, I found the expansion and touched grass. I have been just browsing games lately. I haven't been playing games so much as just looking everything on sale, which every time
been playing like, Steam. Yeah.
Steam, Xbox, VR and Nintendo and everything is like
Yeah, too many stores.
There are so many stores and so many games. I got a few games on Xbox, which I wanted to get the Outer Worlds, the first one.
Yeah.
So I got the Space's Choice Edition, like the full thing. See how that is, and I'll get the second one later this year. So
yeah, have you played the first one yet?
I played a bit of the first, but when it was on Game Pass, like the base game, but it was pretty terrible running. So hopefully this updated version. I would
suggest playing it on PC. It runs much better on PC.
Yeah. I was playing Diablo. I know. I was playing Diablo as well, getting the season done. I do like that. Basically, the characters in this Diablo season are just broken. Like you can build, like this class. Normally, it's a sorcerer on this one, and they're just like broken and killing everything. Like, you didn't even have to try at that point, because normally when it comes to like Diablo, and probably like Path of Exile too, you probably have to get like really special gear to like do the most. Not so much with this season. It's quite easy to just get like a really good build. So the only downside now is there's not that much content to go through. It's just the same recycled content, and you're just trying to get better gear, and yeah, that's it really. So it gets boring after a while.
Are they doing another larger expansion at some point?
They are next year.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's a while off.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't know why the expansions themselves take so long in between, because the problem with just in general, I've said this before, like service games, the seasons, these mechanics just don't work for the long term. They're not enough to like keep people back properly. Like, so they had a big expansion which added a lot of stuff, and then it's just like season, just one new thing and maybe a little bit improvement there and here. And wait till next year. It's like, all right. So
that sounds
you
like
just go back and forth.
Yeah.
But I was actually more invested in VR.
Well, yeah.
I keep buying.
With good reason.
I got the Vader Immortal games.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Did you try the Jedi training?
Did you try the dojo?
Yeah, the dojo.
Yeah.
Man, that's so much fun.
It is. I remember playing that. I was just gonna say I remember playing that dojo, and my wife was able to get the stream on the TV, so her,
Yeah.
her
Oh,
brother
wow.
her brother can see it.
Yeah.
So he played it first, and I'm watching the screen, and I'm like, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. And he's like, this is my first time playing. So I put it on, and I'm over here force grabbing guns and lightsabers, throwing lightsabers. I'm like bouncing things, and he was like, wait a minute, you didn't say you could do all that. Give me that thing. And he grabbed the thing, and he was doing. I was like, and he didn't get off of it for like an hour or
Yeah,
two.
man,
He was
it
like,
is-
This is incredible.
It's kind of a
Yeah.
power trip too, because you're just
Yeah.
killing everything.
Yeah.
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 Cool. So which one did you get? All of them, or did you just get the?
I got all of them. I was playing the first one and I didn't realize how terrifying Darth Vader actually is.
I know, right?
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
actually see him,
Yeah.
because you're in VR and like he's
Yep.
just towering over you.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I'm glad you brought that up because I felt the
Oh,
same
it's
way.
like,
I'm like, here
shit.
comes Darth Vader. Oh shit! Like, just like you see him, he's like walking in the room, and you're like, well, here's this guy, and then it's like, hi.
And you're like, yeah.
How
Hello.
small am I?
Hi, Mr. Vader. Hi, Mr. Vader.
I know. I got the closer he got, the younger I got. I'm like, I'm 5 again at the theater. I want to go home. Yeah. And they did the guy that does the voice work for that does it real. It's not perfect, but he does a real good job of it.
Yeah. I actually like some of the dialogue afterwards as well, because you do like see Vader's more vulnerable side. This is
Yeah.
clearly as he was becoming Darth Vader, just after like the 3rd episode, I guess.
Yeah, he was still.
I do like that you still see Anakin basically
Yeah.
in some aspects. I really did not like the grabbing on ladders.
No, they really haven't gotten that down.
That was something.
Yeah.
I don't know all the controls of VR yet. So as far as I know, you move with your analog with the controller. You can do that.
Yeah.
Which kind of teleports you, just kind of bounces around.
Well, most games you can do one or the other. And teleport, I don't like teleporting. I would prefer to move like you would like with a regular controller, where you can go forward and backward and strafe left and right.
Oh, does it just go like straight then?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can usually in the settings you can go between those, because in the heat of battle, or you're doing like, I always like flip it and like teleport. I'm like, where the fuck am I? It's like, oh, he's behind me.
yeah.
So in those games you can get really like if especially there's some military shooters that I play, and there's a couple of times where it's like you got like 3 enemies and then one coming in the back door, and I'm just like, I don't remember how a gun works. Like you're just like, what the and you just get shot. Like I would be terrible in a real life like combat situation with more than one person, I think. But so yeah, it lets you kind of move around a little bit more freely. It could make it could give you motion sickness, so that's why they have that leapfrog kind of thing.
That's
So
why they do
you
that.
can try it out.
I was like grabbing the ladders. How many ladders are in this game? Every time I went up and down.
The first one is
ladder.
like ridiculous. Yeah, I'm like, why do I have to climb everything?
Listen, it's the future, and ladders are still the most superior technology
Right.
to get around.
Exactly. I have a jetpack and a grappling hook, but I got to climb this ladder, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell
what
you.
annoyed me was like
Okay.
in the sort of VR space that I'm in. I'm like climbing up the ladder. I'm doing this. Climbing up the ladder.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I see like the platform, but I can't get to it.
Yeah.
It's like
Sometimes, like,
head level or something
Yeah.
like that.
It's
And you're just
like-
like,
yeah,
it's
it's
right here. Like,
Oh, I fell down. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's little
Not
tricks
per-
to
not-
stuff that you'll pick up. It'll get better.
Yeah. Not perfect, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I also got this was definitely a game that I wanted. It was a Doctor Who game in VR.
oh,
There is a Doctor Who game in VR.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
There's a little Doctor Who experience in VR, which is
Yeah.
quite nice.
Sweet. What about?
I do like that when you do VR though, you look down and you have like a weapon or you have something.
on your belt.
And they just like put belts basically on everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
And yeah, it does feel really satisfying just to use like a tool in a game. You just like literally get the controller and flick it like you're using like a lightsaber or a remote or anything. It does feel really satisfying to do.
Yeah, when you play those military shooters, you'll have a gun like on your chest, and then you'll have one on your hip, and then you have like a vest. So you can look down and say, okay, I got this many like med packs, and I got this many grenades, and they're just right there. Like your inventory you can spot it. You can look at it. Same way with Dungeons of Eternity. You can you can just look down and you got like a spot where you can open up your inventory and you can put stuff in it, move it around and everything.
I think I installed that as well. We're gonna have to try that.
Yeah. No ladders. There's really no ladders.
no ladders.
Yeah.
That should be like that should be like a VR sort of
it's like,
feature.
Yeah.
Play this and no ladders.
Right. Dungeons of Eternity. No ladders. So if you also in a game like that, you want to try the I forget what it's called, sliding, I think is what they call it, where you're moving and not porting, teleporting.
Yeah.
Because it's melee. So if you have to move around, you're managing like 5 things at one time. It's kind of difficult, but that's cool, man. VR is so much fun.
Yeah. It is a lot of fun. I can see where the potential definitely is. I don't know how far we're going to go with VR. It's definitely a fun experience. People should experience it at least.
Yeah.
Because it is really fun.
I wasn't, I kept passing it. I'm like, it's kind of, gimmicky or whatever. And Jenny's boss at work just said, hey, I got a MetaQuest 3. You want to borrow it for the weekend? She's like, sure. And all I did was put it on. And when that interface comes up, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
What? I'm like moving
you feel
stuff
like,
around.
Yeah. You feel like Tony Stark in Marvel.
Exactly. And you can see through it. And then when you start a game, it's like everything just melts away. Like reality just goes out the window. Yeah. And the first game I played was Azira's what is it? Azira's Wrath. Yeah.
Azira's Wrath. Yeah.
And you're in a Viking meat house. Like at the bar, there's a band playing over here. There's a big fire. There's big pillars, etchings in them. You got a unlimited mead cup in front of you. Like you drink it, you set it down. And it goes,
I did that.
Yeah,
I did that as well because I tried that. Did you get drunk? Because I got drunk.
Yeah, I kept doing it
because it was just like mead. Fill it up again.
It just refilled. I'm like, yeah, man. So you instantly, I mean, I was sold on that. I'm like, oh my God. Like it took me a while to play the game. I just messed around this like tavern, like went over by the fire, went over by the band, listened to the band. And then eventually, you have to start the game. But anyway, but yeah, that's, I get excited talking about it.
It's fun VR. To move around in VR. It just is. You get to experience different things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. You got like.
I keep saying
you didn't do nothing.
I didn't play any games, but all of these.
But I killed Darth Vader.
Right.
Well, I play these games and what's the word?
In your house?
I can't think of a word. But just like short periods, just here and there. In spurts, I'm not playing for 5 hours a day.
No, you can't.
It's just, my mind is just going everywhere. It's like, oh, game on sale. Oh, this, VR headset.
Well, until you get like an expanded headset and you can put like another battery on like the back of your head.
Yeah.
And it goes ding, not a problem. You just turn that on, slide it in, and you're good for another like 2 hours. So
nice.
Maybe not a recommendation, more of a warning. You don't have to take it off right now. You can just keep going.
I just disappear for 2 weeks and I'm found
Right.
dead in a VR headset.
Nah.
I forgot to take it off.
I did eat. I ate at the tavern in this game.
Yeah, well, I'm drinking so much.
Yeah. What the hey? Anyway, so let's get onto our first topic, since we almost did a whole show on that. But this story came up, and I thought it was a good time to kind of talk about it. But 7% of games on Steam are using generative AI. That means AI that creates like artwork and music and stuff. And Jenny, my wife, she's got, of course, her own Twitch channel, Valheim Gal. She wanted to. She's working on getting some stuff together to make some trailers, which I'll do the video editing and everything on. So she got some music. She went to a website that does AI music, and she put in like epic, ancient, just some parameters like female singing, and it came back with something that was eerily good. Like yeah, in just a minute, voice AI, RAI. How do we feel about this? Now, we're consumers. We play the games. We don't make the games, but how do we feel about this in our games?
It's a slippery slope when it comes to AI in games, because we can see how beneficial it will be in some aspects to have AI do a lot of the work. Like, how many jobs are they going to do? How much just AI stuff is going to be in a game? I don't know, because AI by itself is not ready to do everything.
Oh no,
not yet.
Not yet. Like, when I see stuff made by AI online, it's scary. It's weird. Like, you can tell it's AI. It's not right.
Have you seen Batman and Bigfoot on YouTube? It's just videos with Batman and Bigfoot like talking about stuff and doing stuff. I mean, I know, right? It's just like this probably one person made that, and it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. There's some AI that's fun to watch.
Yeah. Well, how do you feel about this though? I mean, is it?
So I have mixed feelings about it, honestly. In some ways, like Liam said, I do believe it might lighten the burden on a lot of the stuff that these game developers create. But I also kind of, and a lot of people they use this word around like AI steals, AI steals the creativity from other people, and they're like, I think they're half right. They're not totally right, because the honest to God truth is we all steal. We're all products of our environment. So like when I'm making a song and I'm writing a song from scratch from my head, I'm just using all of the music that I like and that I've listened to.
Yeah.
And trust me, there have been plenty of times when I've written a riff and a friend has come to me and be like, "Hey, that's a Metallica riff." And I'd be like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah.
I know, we've all done that. Like,
you know
check
what I
this
mean?
out. Yeah.
Now, was I stealing from Metallica? No, I'm just influenced by the things that I listen to and the things that and you know what? AI is no different. AI is just going to do the same thing. AI is going to go, this is what people like. This is what it is. So I'm going to put it together, and that's it.
That's how it works. Yeah.
It's exactly how it works. So it's not really stealing. It's literally the only way that it's able to create anything is to get inspiration from somewhere and create something out of it.
Because the AI learns from
people,
from its environment, from us.
Yeah.
Right.
And we've seen. Yeah, and we've seen what happens when it learns from the internet on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like, did you see like all the Twitter bots? Like, I think it was like Microsoft or Google tried putting out these virtual bots, and in like a week they turned into Nazis because people were just feeding them information, and the AI just copied it.
Well, that's what that's what Darth Vader was doing on Fortnite. They used
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
permission
yeah,
James Earl
that happened
Jones's
as well.
voice,
Yeah,
right? And because of the communications that it was, collecting, it just started saying a lot of really hateful shit, and they had to shut it down. Yeah, which is, it's kind of sad when you have that mirror reflected back on you. When it's the size of
Like,
that.
oh well, that's most people can do. Okay, fine.
I will say the thing that I think a lot of people, I guess maybe, I don't know, maybe they talk about it, but maybe they're not talking about enough is, I'll give you a perfect example. I got a new position at my job, and I work for a very big company, so they have Copilot built into the computer that they gave me, right?
Yeah.
Now I don't have access to Copilot, and somebody in my department was like, if you just go to your manager, they can give you access to Copilot. So I went up to my manager, and remember, I'm relatively new to this position, 5 months, and I go, hey, I heard this Copilot, blah blah blah, and I was wondering if I could get access to it. It'd be great, And he's like, yeah, no, and I'm like, why not? I'm like, why not? And he's like basically saying like, you're new, and I want you to get good at something. And if I give you Copilot is going to do it for you.
It's going to hold your hand.
And you're not going to get better at it. And
it's going to be like playing Minecraft with David.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And he's 100% right. He was 100% right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with like schools now, because like teachers have to say, no, that was written by ChatGPT, and this was translated by this, and no, you didn't actually do any work at all, so you all failed this class.
Mm-hmm. That's why they need to stop putting no phones in schools. Just no phones in schools.
Yeah.
I think,
mean, that's
Yeah, I think that I think it's just like anything else. It's beneficial to smaller developers. Smaller developers that might be able to afford voice actors or somebody to compose their music for their game. Especially if it's like a one-man show, like a lot of games I'm seeing now that I'm playing, that's like, hey, it's just me, I just made this game and check it out. So I think that's beneficial, but I also think that if you're a game developer and you use it to make the art and you use it for voice acting and you use it for the music, then where's the soul of that game come from? And are you just making that game with AI just to cash in? Much like they do what's called an asset flip, where they go to the Unreal Engine and just buy chairs and guns and cars and just make this really mediocre game and sell it for $10 and try to cash in. So I feel like that's where we're going to see. I bet that's where the 7% of these games on Steam are using are just cash grabs like
flips.
that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
The bigger problem is that AAA game studios are they don't look at it as a shortcut. They look at it as not having to spend any money on those voice actors or the composer or I don't know, an art department, So, and AAAs are going to use that, every chance they get to just to make their shareholders happy, and because they're saving money on staff, they're not having to hire as many people, or they're laying off people like Microsoft because they just bought $30 billion worth of AI. I think that is the larger problem. And as far as like all the problems that we've got right now with AAA, you can just add that to the list. On the flip side of that, though, the AI that we see and the AI that we use, like Copilot and what is it, Grok or whatever, and ChatGPT.
Yeah, I mean,
they're fundamentally flawed. Like they're not great, really. No, well, I mean, just at its core, if you ask, the corporate head, they're like, oh, it's cutting edge technology. It can do this and this and this, and it's the best thing ever. And we want everybody to use it. Blah blah blah. If you talk to a programmer, they're like, it is garbage. Like it is just is a just total mess of code.
I think people like tried Grok or whatever that is. Like it gave them like answers initially about something, and then they just like kept repeating the question or asking it differently. It just like gave different answers. It was just like doing random things. In the end, it was just like confused. It's like, is this artificial intelligence?
It kind of does that. Yeah, it's. I'm working on another project, another podcast, and I use ChatGPT sometimes to go, okay, write me this idea. Like, how would you word this? And it does a great job of that, of taking like an idea that you have and kind of putting it in word form that sounds better. But when you start asking it questions like, what do you think about this? Or what do you think about that? It really just regurgitates your question, but then adds something to it on the end. And what it's doing is it's thinking that is how you communicate with people. And it's not. It's how corporate people communicate with people. It's like, it's like microtransactions. You're not liking them in the games, but the money helps the developers make more content so they can put it in the store so you can buy it with microtransactions. So that sounds like a corporate answer from like I don't know Ubisoft, right? Because they take your question, they resell it to you, and then they just put a spin on it. That's where that messed up code is kind of coming from. So I'm sure it's getting better or worse depending on how you look at it. I think it would be overall like a good tool for indie studios to not have to hire somebody else that's not in their budget, to get some stuff done that's in the game. As long as the game itself is something that looks like is that they're making this for a game and not making it as a cash grab. And we all know what those are. We can spot those. We're gamers.
Like most indies as well are passionate. That's why they're sort of in the indie space as it is.
Right.
But I do want to see stuff that what AI could do. I don't know if it can do it. I want to see like, could AI help generate worlds? Procedure, because we have like procedural generation.
Exactly.
Could AI have more dialogue options in games?
Well, they've already done that with Skyrim.
But like just expand it like even more. Could you have more systems? That's the kind of thing I want to see.
Right.
Make games feel more alive on top of what you've made. That's why it should be useful.
Well, I've been saying that for years. When everybody's like, we want more graphics, we want more sound, we want more players, we want blah, blah, blah. I'm like,
more explosions.
More explosions. Yeah. I want a living, breathing world that I can interact with. That when I talk about what I do in this game, somebody else is going, wow, that is completely different than the same game that I'm playing, where I went this route and I asked this guy this and he got really pissed off, blah, blah, blah. Especially with role-playing games and fantasy games, which I like. That's
what we should ask for, really. Because
we've been asking for that for years. Yeah. But that's not what
how is it that
shareholders
we kind of like peaked with that with I don't know Skyrim and Mass Effect, like those games back then. I haven't felt that again as recent games. Like what? No.
Yeah, I mean, I would say Witcher 3, but that's not a recent game,
I mean, even Witcher 3 was quite like 10 years ago now.
Yeah.
Like, where's that Mass Effect game that every choice mattered? I mean, it didn't matter overall in the end, but it felt like it did because that person now hates you, and this person does this, and that person might die.
Yeah, because your decision you're making is going to piss somebody off and make somebody else happy. And just
where are those games? Where are those games?
They don't make them anymore because they think,
and also
they think we're too stupid to play them.
Yeah, when they made those games, the Mass Effect trilogy, if I'm right in timing, was made in 6 years?
The whole trilogy?
The whole trilogy.
Well, no, I mean you've got it. It came out in a 6-year span. But the first one,
that's what I mean. Like,
the first one
came
took
out in
about
6 years
4
time.
years to make. Yeah.
Yeah.
So in 10
But we're
years,
not
you got
going-
3 games, but they were all on the same platform.
Yeah, all on the same platform in the same generation.
Yeah.
Not 10 years to make.
Because
one
you
game.
got, you know why? Because you got good writers. They had good writers. The writers pinned it. They got all of it. It was in it. They just went in and then just make the game around it. That's the difference. That's what we want. That's what everybody wants, even if they don't realize it. It's like when you're playing a game, it's like I can't connect to any of these players. Writer, or I don't. This world is just kind of bland and stupid. Writer, So games now, they don't, much like Dragon Age of Elgard. It was so watered down and so benign that nobody connected to it. Because your choices, there was no real hard choices that you can make.
No,
you couldn't
there
punch
wasn't.
somebody in the face, like you could in Mass Effect.
Yeah. Did you always do that as well? I did it every time I played.
I did
Mass
it
Effect.
once and was like, I think the choice is like, I don't think it was like punch him. I think it was like something else, and then he just hauled off and punched him. I'm like, oh my god, I didn't mean to do that.
That was like with a reporter.
I felt bad.
Every time that report came up, I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, and those things, they just have a lasting impression. If they can't get good writers, then yeah, make a world, make a game where it's controlled as you play it. It's written as you play it. The connections that you make with characters, they all have their own AI. Everything in town is controlled by AI. Not the artwork, not the music. Maybe not the voice acting. What they did with the mod for, and I can't remember the name of it, but they did the mod for Skyrim, and they used the voice actors that the character was tied to, and they just expanded on the dialogue. And you're basically talking to ChatGPT. It's like, hey, how you doing today? I'm doing great. How are you doing? And then you just have this conversation with them. And, it's like, hey, have you been to this, this delve over here? And it's like, oh, yeah, man, there's skeletons in there. And, if you might be able to find a... And it was great, yeah. And
Yeah.
They didn't have permission to do that. But if they did have permission to do that, to use the voice actors, much like... James Earl Jones did, he was like, I want my voice to live on. Then there's a lot more you can do with it. But I get the fact that a lot of people are upset about it. A lot of people, I don't know why a lot of people like us are upset about it. It makes no difference to us. If it makes the games better. Then, okay. If it makes the games to where we don't have to wait 15, 20 years for another Elder Scrolls, then dear God, go get as much fucking AI as you can grab.
Right.
Yeah, but
that's it. That's the only thing like we're worried about. It's like, will it shorten development time? Yes.
Right. Is it cause jobs? Obviously, but something was going to come along anyway and take those jobs. It's everything moves. This is a media, and it changes and it alters. When we had radio. Well, when they went to TV, guess what? A lot of people lost their jobs because they're ugly as fuck. So, it's changing. When we went from silent movies to voice movies, a lot of people lost their job. And that's just you can't like point fingers and blame people and tell them that they're evil. It's just the way that things are going. And again, these companies, they're trying to make money. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit about the game they're selling, especially if you're Ubisoft, who said microtransactions make games more fun.
Yeah, but also the people in power with the money that want things to change for whatever reason they feel they want things to change. We don't have control over that. They're gonna do it, and they're gonna change the status quo, and we're just gonna have to deal with it, whatever it is. If they're gonna introduce AI as a permanent fixture to making games,
you're not gonna stop.
We're not. There's nothing. Yeah. Do you have $1 billion to make a?
They already did it. It's already here, so you can't change it.
Yeah. You know what? And David, you probably know this already, but when technology, a new technology takes over something, it's never pretty. Much like going from film photography to digital photography. And you were probably around when that happened. It was dirty.
I was.
It was it was mean. But guess what? About 10 years later, it got a lot better. But there were artists that were still doing film, and people flocked to it because it's like, oh my God, this guy's still using film, and look what he did with film, and it's all about film, and so you got like, a million people doing digital, and you got 8 people still doing film and doing this great stuff with it. Those people stand out. So we're going to see the same thing with this. This is the same thing as going from film to digital. It's muddy. It doesn't make sense. We don't understand the technology because we're not on the inside of it. Big corporations are going to eat it up because they think it's going to save them money. And then when everything's like laid out and everything is done, then it's going to be, there's good AI that they're going to use, but they're going to need people to do everything else. And it's just going to even out. If you have a studio of like Ubisoft, I'm going to pick on them, to make one game, and you've got 4,000 people making one game, you are fucking doing it wrong. Like, seriously, you are doing it wrong. Your game is either too big or your studio is insanely inefficient. I don't care what you're making. It does not take 4,000 people to make anything. 4,000 people don't make a movie. Like, you don't even need that much to make a big budget movie. So there's a lot of movie
You could build a
parts.
house in a day. You
Yeah.
could build a house in a day with that many people.
Shit, you could,
a couple of hours.
You can make a strip mall with that many people. But again, that's a good example. A house? No, you can't do that with 4,000 people in a house. Why? Because they'd be climbing all over each other. You'd have to make something bigger so that not everybody's standing on each other. So if you got that many people, well, why not make something bigger? But it doesn't make it better.
Yeah.
So it's
you gotta do it like Destiny. Okay, you got that nail, you got that screw, you got that
right, exactly.
You're just that one nail. That's all you do.
Right,
is that one nail.
Yeah, just hold that nail. This guy's gonna come in here with a giant hammer. What? Yeah, exactly. So this may be.
And quantity doesn't mean quality.
Exactly. Games are getting too big, too long to make, and too expensive. It's not sustainable. We've been saying that for years. AAA is not sustainable. And Ubisoft and Microsoft and Activision and EA, they're all just now starting to figure that out. Like, holy shit. Like, Microsoft bought all these studios, and nobody's producing any games because everybody was working on a game when they bought them, and none of them are done. Until recently. So they're seeing the reality of owning a lot of studios, but still having to, stagger these things so you have releases and not just everything comes out in 1 year and then, well, guess what? You got to wait another 10 years for everything, another game to come out. That is not sustainable. You can't do that. And Ubisoft is the worst. I know, they are working on the next Assassin's Creed right now, and it's going to be bigger and better. It's going to be, you played Shadows for 160 hours? Try 300 hours to finish this game. No. It's
way more Assassins.
I did
way more Creed.
Ubisoft also announced
100% more Creed.
like a new Ghost Recon game.
They did announce that, and I'm not excited until I see it. It'll come out. It'll be garbage, and then I'll have to wait a year for them to fix everything. It's just typical Ubisoft. This guy Yves Guillemot in an interview said that microtransactions make games more fun. Right? Is your game not fun to begin with? That right there is very telling. It tells us that they make games for microtransactions.
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's not an afterthought. It is totally.
That's been the reality for years.
Yeah, I mean, we can see
built
it
into the business model.
Yeah, but this is like a blatant, this is exactly what we're doing.
like we saw it when Ubisoft was doing these Assassin's Creed games,
Yeah.
having like 200 to 300 hours in the game. Oh, but look, you can actually buy single player credits. You can buy
Yeah, you can level up in the game for $10.
And maps and this
Yep,
and that.
you
Like,
can
it's
buy
a single player game.
Yep. Which
What
has
am
to
I
be
paying for?
connected to the internet at all times, or you're not playing it.
Yeah.
Even though there's no multiplayer.
Mhm.
So make that make sense. This is why I don't play Assassin's Creed anymore.
Yeah, because
I mean,
they have like just gone over the deep end now.
Yeah, you're getting the same game, different story, kind of different characters, and you're getting a game that's bloated and just full of a lot of nothing and engineered so that you feel like you're wasting your time. Then you'll pay that extra money to get further in the game or quicker, get a quicker outcome. And that's mobile, man. That's just a mobile game.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's a free to play mobile game scenario and not a $80 game. So there
Wasn't Shadow of War did that as well? The Shadow of Mordor games. They had a big microtransaction store with it.
the second one did.
Yeah.
The second one.
Yeah.
Second one.
The second one had it was like buy the $140 version of the game and you get this skin and you get this and you get that.
Well, wasn't it something where it's like you had to do something in the game and it was really grindy, or you could just buy it in the store?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there's something like that. But yeah, and that's not the publisher either. That's the developer, because the developer came out. Monolith says like, oh yeah, maybe we went a little too far with that, and they changed it. They did fix it, but the damage was done, and we didn't get a third one. Had they not done that, we probably would have got a third one, and Monolith might still be around. So they just don't fucking learn their lesson, man. They just never learn. Yeah. I think if we just all stop buying Ubisoft games, just stop buying them, which I should not be telling anybody what to do with their money. I'm playing Destiny 2 again, even though I said I wasn't. But I mean, it's I need to go to my
how is
group.
Destiny now? How is Destiny now? What they done to it? No, like they did a great big reset. Basically.
It's not a great big reset. The only real reset they did was you lost some stuff that you were working on that they didn't tell you, and your power level starts at 10 because the end power level for the raid is 400. So you're going from 10 to 400. Not this guy. I'm just hanging out, goofing around and playing some of the content. So, I did play. I on my Steam account, right? On my Xbox account, I had 1,600 hours that I played this game. Tons of shit. I got tons and tons and tons of stuff. On Steam, I played for 2 hours, sometime in 2018, I think. So I went in and just to kind of see what that entry point would be. New
player entry.
There's no entry point. They did change, when you first start the game, there is a screen that comes up that goes, you can do this, and this is what this is, and you can do this is what this is, and then you can do any one of these, this is what this is. So it does give you kind of an option of where to start and where to go, but other than that, it's the same old stuff. But I'm kind of enjoying getting new gear. My character didn't have anything, nothing. I don't have any exotics. I don't have anything. I had to go and buy some.
Did you just start playing the game again, or did you get the new expansion?
No, I just started playing the game again. That's what I was going to say. I've got Witch Queen, the expansion, the Witch Queen expansion. I guess I bought that at some point. I think I bought a pack or something at some point when it was on sale. But I'm playing that again. That was really good expansion. And it's hey, you've discovered this. And it's just kind of starting from scratch when you can't really start from scratch. So, I've just been playing through some of the old content. You do get to play the first mission. the expansion and everything. I really don't want to
Oh
give
yeah,
Bungie
they
any
always
of
give
my
you the
money.
first one.
And by saying that, you know, it's almost like I really don't want to give my crack dealer any more money. You know, I mean, just it's the crack he's been giving me recently is just not really hitting the same way it used to. It's kind of so I'm probably maybe possibly not going to buy the new expansion and give money to my
Don't fall
crack
into the
dealer.
trap. They're giving you a little bit of crack, just a little bit each stage.
Yeah. Well, I will say that there's been for the most part the expansions, like the single player content or just the story content, I've really enjoyed most of them. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see what my weak ass is going to be saying next week. But regardless, there's one last thing I wanted to talk about, and it's more of just really an update because it's kind of strange. This whole thing with Crafton and Subnautica 2. David, I know this is like one of your most anticipated games. Yeah. And they had some leaked milestones from the game, which kind of I don't know. I mean, I don't know what milestones are really supposed to look like, but according to this article at Inside Gamer, it kind of reiterates what Crafton was saying before, but it also looks like the game was going to be smaller but better when it was released. Like you said, Liam, like, you know, better, not quality, not quantity. And but then it did show that, you know, the other stuff was going to come out next year, like to fulfill the rest of the stuff. So I don't know if you can look at that legally and tell that, you know, the three guys that were in charge and that they were fired, if that was still warranted or not. But Crafton is now like, I always think it's funny. It's like, well, now we believe that transparency communication is necessary. Well, like, no shit. Your stuff just got leaked all over the internet. You know, if you say anything, it's going to be transparent. God dang, man, these people are so nuts. So right now though, and I did find an article, I couldn't find it again, but I believe that they did pay, or they're going to pay the $15 million to the staff.
They're gonna pay something.
Yeah, the staff that they're getting their money, but that $250 million is not going to these three dudes, and they are still going forward with their lawsuit. So unfortunately, the lawsuit and everything about it will probably delay this game further. I would assume
maybe.
Yeah. So it might be a while before we see this game, which is sad. So I almost didn't want to report on that because it is just, you know, we rarely get good news anymore for games.
Yeah, we can't have nice things.
We can't have nice things because of Ubisoft. Ubisoft is just
Ubisoft and Crafton.
Yeah. And remember, I know I keep iterating it, but these people don't make games for you. They make them for their shareholders and their investors. And as long as they're happy, they don't give a shit about you. So anyway.
There is something that is gonna happen, like I think tomorrow, actually. Yeah. No, well, the day after. Battlefield 6 is
I was going to mention that too.
Reveal.
Yep.
It might actually be this year release as well. So,
I think that's what they're hoping for, and I kind of do too. There's not really anything at the end of this year that I'm super excited for. I'm really not excited for Call of Duty.
I mean, obviously, Call of Duty is going to be out this year,
right? Of course,
like per normal.
I think Sky is Blue.
That's going to be mid-November, I think. So if Battlefield launches in October.
Yeah, they should really get it. If they don't get a jump on Call of Duty, they are just again reiterating how fucking stupid they are.
And I really, really hope that this Battlefield actually, you know, does something, because Call of Duty is far too just cocky right now.
It's complacent, and it's trying. It's trying to be
complacent.
And,
yeah, it really is trying to be Fortnite. I'm like, not everything has to be Fortnite.
Yeah.
But people keep buying these things. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, in one match you're seeing Beavis and Butthead and Ninja Turtles and Skeletor. That's me. And It's just, I don't know. It's nuts. So we'll see. Hopefully hopefully they won't implement the same buffoonery that Call of Duty is doing.
Well, if I was gonna say about Call of Duty, actually, Black Ops 7 will probably just like carry all the operators over. So it'll be the same thing for the next game.
Yeah.
So hopefully Battlefield will be actually just like war soldiers.
Well, yeah, they're going back to class, which is great. That's what everybody wants. To get to play a class instead of a hero. So yeah. So cool. I mean, if you get to like design your own character or whatever, and cosmetics and customization and stuff to look military, I'm cool with that. But I don't want to play Battlefield with, SpongeBob SquarePants and Frankenberry
and Patrick
cereal. Yeah, we got your back. Like, so anyway, all right. Well, I think that's all we had for this week. Again, not a whole lot of news, but a good discussion, man. I wanted to bring up that about AI because it's something that we're going to kind of have to keep an eye on. And again, if it doesn't affect you, don't worry about it. Stop worrying about developers. They're just like everybody else. If they get laid off, they'll find another job. So I mean, that's just the way it is. So it's going to get worse before it gets better. So cool. We'll be back next week at a regular time, Monday, and we'll talk about stuff. And rest in peace, Ozzy. So
yes, R.I.P.
Yep.
To the Dark Lord.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's it. See you next week. Thanks for watching.